All right, so we had to cut the line for this. Let's talk about what this is doing, and potentially why it wants to be doing it. So to start, we have modern staple Death Shadow here. Hammer our health total with fetches and shocks and silent clearings to get him into play ASAP. We've got some Thoughtseize and some Fatal Pushes, some interaction here. We've got a Stoneforge Mystic package with Sword of Fire and Ice and Batterskull. So Batterskull Death Shadows, let's call it interesting. And then, more importantly here, the cornerstone meme of the deck is Celestial Kirin here, which is a 3/3 flying for 4. Whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, destroy all permanents with that spell's converted mana cost. Ugin's Conjurant here is a spirit that costs X. So if you have Celestial Kirin in play, Ugin's Conjurant is Armageddon. Is the idea here. So you can cast Conjurant for any converted mana cost and destroy everything with that converted mana cost. And notably, this card does not specify non-lands. So this is a Geddon. So on turn 4, you can go Kirin, Conjurant, destroy all the lands. So that's the meme. That's the meme. Let's play some matches. To set a low bar, I assume this will be at least good, if not better than Urza. After we won Ford. Yeah, unfortunately, Matsu, while I think your Hex Parasite suggestion is good, the way Magic Online works is going to take me another 6 minutes to get any cards that I need for this deck list, so we just have to play card for card. Which is why I often don't cut the lines and prefer people submit things in advance, but who am I to reject people's money? Who am I to turn down other people's money? Hey, Cage Unit, thank you for the 2 months. I sold my Tron deck and built Bant Kirin Toolbox. Works okay with this card. That sounds cute. Infernflow, thanks for the 3/4 of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. 250 bits per Armageddon for the first 4. God bless. Remember to use the subway cheer for the extra. I think that's a mulligan. Hand has turn 4 Armageddon if we draw land every turn. Easy keep, right? Oh, I definitely expect there to be a pause after all the lands die the first time. Definitely expecting there to be a pause. Oh, we don't have flagstones in here. That's probably a good suggestion. Keep bottom. I think we keep bottom. All right. So long, Smasher. I assume we'll see land matter reshaper here. This is my 1/1. There are many like him, but this one is mine. Oh, maybe I should have made this bigger in a turn. Yeah, I guess it's going to a 4/4 anyways. I'm a big fan of Unburial Rites, generally speaking. Feel free to submit any deck ideas you have through the forum on the website as always. Rude. That's fine. Now I can just cycle my silent clearings. And I didn't want to gain life anyways, opponent. That'd be bad for my Death Shadow. I'm dead if I cast this, right? I think we're dead regardless. Teamer Battle Rage would have been a good draw. You're not wrong. It's a very good Magic the Gathering card. The Kirin does hit Ballista. You're not wrong. Alright, I think I want these. Thalia doesn't really have text here. Yeah, for those of you joining a little bit late, the goal of this deck is build our own Armageddon. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Dampening Sphere against Eldrazi-Tron. They tend to be able to cast their things pretty well. Could do a cycle clearing for Fatal Push. Yeah, probably. Sounds like a thing we could have done. I don't know. It still feels like we're pretty dead in the long term. Walking Bliss is just going to run us down. Hey Burgle, are you in here? Are you listening to me still? So I can just talk to you about those questions you had on the Saheeli list. So, the Hallowed Fountain is because I wanted a blue source that cast both Helix and Voice of Resurgence. When I was playing Breeding Pool, having Forest and Breeding Pool that didn't cast Lightning Helix really sucked. I'd be willing to accept that might not be correct, but I wanted minimum number of lands that didn't cast either of those cards. The second is that I think you should play some games against some of the fair decks before you cut the extra sword out of the sideboard. Because in the fair matchups, you frequently get a lot of Stoneforge Mystic triggers. I think I just get Batterskull here, even though I have Death Shadow. Because if they don't get rid of the Batterskull, they're going to have a bad time. Especially if we draw a land to get to turn 4 getting them. You it just said you re-upped your sub, Zazu. So thank you for that. Welcome back. I appreciate it. And you got you a sword to go with that. I appreciate the support. All right, sweet. So I just get to kill this. We're one hit point short from getting to play Death Shadow this turn. It's a little unfortunate. Would love to draw a Street Wraith here so we can fix that. Perfect. So you get a shield icon next to your name when you've been subscribed for 1 year. Yep. I assume they're going to take Conjurant here. Or maybe they don't realize that we're about to get in them if they don't. Taking Conjurant is the smart line. Hey, Scooter, thanks for doling out some sub gifties. Happy Thursday to you. Blocking my Stoneforge Mystics. A little revolting, don't you think, opponent? Silly opponent wanting to keep all their lands in play. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. Rats. Rats. There is fear in our opponent's dojo, chat. They're scared of the shadows. Well, yeah, the 4-mana spirits are also legendary. So, like, the first one blowing up the second one's really not a big deal. O'Hare, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Happy Thursday. Really? We're just trading with my Stoneforge Mystic? That's interesting. Can you explain Death Shadow math in not attacking the previous turn? With me not attacking? Are you saying I should be attacking them? I'm confused by your question. Because I just don't want to trade my 5/5 for their 5/5. Because my 5/5 is going to be bigger soon. So are they cast all his dust and I concede? Wormcoil Engine, yep. Land's a good draw. I believe I can fly. Do 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 do. Yeah, the green lands are just for extra shocks. That is exactly correct. Go to 1. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to trade so that way I could draw. Because if I trade and I draw Conjurant, I would destroy the Wormcoil tokens, right? With a Geddon. Yeah, I should totally trade there. And it doesn't leave us dead to that. I like the BM Tech Edge me before you play the lethal card. It's peak Magic Online right there. All right, so let's take a peek. Let's take a peek here. Wouldn't have drawn the Conjurant anyways. All right, onwards, upwards, backward, forward, shall we? O'Hare, who messaged me, I think it says you're subbed for 2 months. So I think you're subscribed. Try refreshing your browser page if it's not letting you chat. Hey, welcome to Hoaglandia, Spellheart. Can we do anything special after a do-it-yourself Armageddon? Yeah, you just get in while you're ahead on board. That's the point. That's the point of casting Armageddon. You like get on board with Stoneforge or Death Shadow, and then kill all the lands and kill them with yourself already on the board. Hey, T Mary, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome, welcome. All right, well, this should be an interesting needle to thread. So we're a Death Shadow deck, but I have Stoneforge Mystic for Batterskull. The title's updated here. It just must not be updated in your end. Too much, dog? Maybe refresh. Hey, Dementia Master Shake. Thank you for the very generous tier 2 sub. Welcome to Hoaglandia. My tier 2 subs support me a little bit extra. So if you'd like to take a peek at the deck queue, let me know a deck in there you'd like to see a little bit sooner. They get to bump a deck in the queue every month when they resub. You can also wait a hot second on picking what to bump if you'd like to wait and see some other decks that get added from Ellen Drain. You're also welcome to add your own deck to the queue and then bump that with your tier 2. Whatever tickles your fancy. All right, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and Thoughtseize here first. Because this is pretty likely to draw dead starting next turn. And I'd like to maybe clear out a Searing Blaze before I deploy the Stoneforge Mystic. Gosh, we're so smart and thin, chat. Just the smartest and the thinnest. You're debating on trying to squeak in a deck before rotation. So I am unfortunately done taking submissions for this current standard format. So I've got 4 standard decks for this current format in the queue. I'm planning to do 2 today and 2 tomorrow. And tomorrow is the last of this current standard format that we're going to be playing on stream. I'm taking Monday off from streaming, and then Tuesday and Wednesday next week are going to be all modern. And then Thursday, the new set drops. When happily enters the battlefield, each player gains 5 life and draws a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 5 colors among permanents you control, there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control, and or cards in your graveyard and life total. Wait. There are 5 or more cards you control. There are 6 or more, and or. Does this mean I only have to do one of these things? How does this conditional statement read? The list of things with an and or here is throwing me. The and or is really awkward. What's the intention there? Is it all of them? Why does it say and or? Oh, it's referring to battlefield or graveyard. Okay. I would like to thank Wizards of the Coast for printing Happily Ever After, because I'm sure on this channel we're going to end up collecting a lot of dollars to lose a lot of matches of Magic trying to make that card work, both in standard and historic. Welcome back, Turkin. Thank you for the 1.5 years. Sorry about missing that. As far as the meme economy is concerned, the meme economy is pleased with that card. All right. They're giving us a Batterskull, chat. Opponents drawing their line in the sand. They know they've got this skull crack. Opponent is firmly on the side of they're gonna kill us before this Batterskull can connect and gain life. They got a skull crack in hand. They got a Rift Bolt on suspend. Gleg Snack, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Thanks for taking advantage of that September discount. Danny HR, thank you for the 11 months. 1 more month till the sword, indubitably. Am I dead yet? We are in fact dead. Might be a quick league, chat. Might be a quick league. We've got a Kambal and 2 Path to Exiles. And I'm going to cut some Street Wraiths. I guess I could bring in a Nature's Chant to kill an Eidolon. Yikes. Watching YouTube for a little over a year, but really get to catch live because of work. I love Death Shadow and started playing it when Zoo is the way to go. Meta aside, what's your favorite Death Shadow deck to play and that I have the most fun with? I actually think the Zoo Shadow decks are the ones I enjoy the most. Although I should say that with the asterisk that I haven't really had a chance to play with the Mardu Shadow decks that have become popular recently since the printing of Ranger-Captain Eos. So I think my favorite one that I've played is definitely the Zoo-based decks, but I haven't spent a lot of time, any time playing the Mardu versions yet. This deck as built does not appear to have much respect for burn. If there's anybody watching right now that pays attention to Moto announcements, does anybody know, did they announce Moto downtime for next week when it is? Because usually there's downtime with the set release, but their most recent announcement didn't have downtime in it. And I didn't see it listed anywhere else. It's for the third of the year, Big Eyes. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We're playing Batterskull. Listen, I heard a lot of really stupid armchair experts tell me Stoneforge Mystic would be the death of burn. Lots of people who had never actually played Modern assured me that burn would have a hard time beating Stoneforge Mystic. It's so validating to like see the things that I've been predicted in Theorycraft play out in actuality the way I thought they would. It's like, yep, this card's fine. It's been fine for a while. No, the set releases on Moto the same day. Same Thursday. I think I'm actually just going to fetch a Shockland tapped here and Thoughtseize on 2. Yeah, I think 4 ley line's fine. The dredge matchup's not always amazing with that deck. The deck lists on my website are kept up to date, Big Eyes. So those documents are living pages. Even when I haven't played the deck recently, I still go through and make updates on that page. Those pages. And obviously this goes for not just the green-black deck, but any interactive deck up there. You can and should adjust the sideboard for what decks you expect to play against. So, like, if you don't expect to see, like, Jundun Storm, feel free to replace those cards with something else. For people asking about card choices in this deck, this was a cut the line deck list. So in addition to being viewer submitted, I did not review any of the card choices in it. And this is Magic Online, so I can't make edits to the card choices in between games with the deck. So. Unlike the arena ladder where we have the flexibility to make changes in between, I have to just lock in a list for five matches, up to 5 matches and go. I was watching a streamer last night that had the new stream points and they had no idea what's going on. I wonder if they're rolling it out randomly. That would annoy me if they're rolling it out randomly, because I put in an application to explicitly get into the early access for that, and I still haven't gotten in. So if they're giving it randomly to people that don't understand it, that's real annoying. Yeah, channel points are available on sub-channels at this point already. They're basically just little things you earn just for watching the stream, and the streamer can give different benefits that you can spend those points that you've accumulated on. So one of the things that'll be nice on this channel is I'll be able to pick some number of points that people will be able to accrue to post messages even if they're not subs. So that way, people who are regularly watching the content that want to chat on occasion who can't afford to send dollars will be able to do so again, which is nice. I think that'll be a great middle ground between, you know, having the chat generally open and not. Alright, so I'm actually not going to cast a spell this turn, because if I draw a land next turn, I want to Kirin and blow up all the lands, and maybe we can steal this game. But that's probably not possible, right? They're going to end step 3S, untap 3S, and we're dead because of these silent clearings. Yeah, we're dead. There's system-wide dark mode in Android 10. That's exciting. I have a 1+6. They're usually pretty fast about getting Android updates out, so hopefully that happens soon. Alright, haven't won a game. Slow and steady. Oh, Modern cut the lines. It's been a while since we've had one of you, and I'm remembering why. Details on the Discord, how to get into the Discord server are here. The key thing to note in those Discord instructions is that you can only join the server from the desktop application. So once you're in the server, you'll be able to access it on mobile like any other server, but to initially link your accounts, you need to be using the desktop client or web browser version. If you're someone that doesn't have a desktop computer, you could borrow a friend's and just sign into Discord in the web browser and link them there, and then it'll work on your mobile. That's the thing that usually trips people up, is the mobile or the desktop requirement. Oh baby, please be blue-white control. I've never wanted to get in blue-white control so badly in my life, chat. And I know you're all Twitch chat members at home, so I know you too also want to get in blue-white control. There are people that don't have a desktop or laptop that watch Twitch. Let's give you a fun stat. What percentage of my viewers are on mobile? I think that's a stat I have access to. Maybe it's the stream summary page. Thought I had stats on mobile versus not. Thought I saw that somewhere. It's probably buried. It's not anywhere that's easy to find. Well, that's sad. I was hoping for a white source. Maybe I might be thinking of YouTube that shows me where people watch. YouTube has better dashboard metrics than Twitch. Rude. All right, can I draw a white source, please? This is a good example here, this current board state, on why there should just be more fetch lands in this deck. If these random off-color shock lands had just been more fetches, I'd have been able to cast Ranger-Captain on curve, which is a big deal. Thanks for the 8 month Schmitty games. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm the IT guy where I work, so our firewall allows what I wanted to. God bless. This is the reading Celestial Kirin pause. Alright, so they have Snapcaster Mage plus 2 cards we don't know. Hey, welcome, mate. As an old person, what's tripping me out is that desktop means laptop in this discussion. Yeah. Desktop basically means non-mobile at this point. Man, the opponent having JSIM playmates makes casting Armageddon a lot less appealing, huh? It's like, well, I could get in, but then you unsummon my creatures and I die. So there is I believe it's a 7-day grace period. So it doesn't kick you out right on the day, but the subs Discord server does automatically trim people who unsub eventually. There's a small window where if you're not subbed, it doesn't kick you right away, though it's at least a week. Yeah, that's the idea here. This plus this for 0 destroys all the lands. Also, as a good general note, in case you're someone watching this on YouTube in the future, if you're someone who has Amazon Prime and thus Twitch Prime, but my live schedule doesn't line up conveniently with your life, you can drop off your Twitch Prime to support my content even when I'm offline too, which I appreciate the folks that do that. If you remember, it's up, but I'm not going to be live for a bit. We've not done the thing yet. Yeah, the problem is that they have so many cards in their hand to box. Like, we're probably not resolving anything for the rest of the game. In fact, this game's likely in garbage time. I'm gonna make them counter both my Kirins because I want to blow up some lands before I concede. And, like, I could sack this to get this to resolve, but then Jace just bounces this and I assuredly lose to the Jace. So, if you subscribe when the stream is off, Zaozu, you can still send your notification through next time I'm online and you pop up. From my understanding. Alright, who would win? 2 powerful planeswalkers or 1 spirit boy? Oh no! Oh no! They saw the line! Oh no! Oh no! I wanted to give him a chance to mess up. Maybe they were gonna Jace Storm. So I would like the record to reflect that we were dead regardless there. It's gonna be okay though. I appreciate the get. I appreciate the bit, Scholar. Thank you. We'll get him on the play. Let's just get to turn 4 getting on the play. Needed modern staple elder spell. Yeah, exactly. I just taught a kid that linear equations are like making juice. You put lemons in and get lemon juice. Oranges give you orange juice, and so on. I don't know if I understand that analogy offhand. I'll probably be an indie again at some point in the future. Like, probably Gen Con next year. Having fun with the Rakdos deck. Opponent takes a hit for 4 and then dies to 15 damage. That's great. That was like game 1 of the semifinals, right? Like, my opponent attacked with everything, and it was just like, oh, you're just like dead from double digits on board now. God bless, kill you. I have a land and a cantrip, right? This hand's keepable? When God gives you lemons, don't use them for math. It's bad enough already. Brutal. Hashtag sometimes lucky. So good. So good. Nothing but net, chat. Nothing but net. Put in. Checking out their options here. We do have a rather strange Ponza deck. You're not wrong. All right, what do you got? Would like to hit you over the head with this sword here. We got a concession, eh? Esper and Miss Land drops. Chat, name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. Esperid flooding. Fair. Harsh, but fair. Man, two of the top 3 Magic streams right now are currently playing Magic Online. What year is it, chat? I got you, Hippity. Secret Muffin, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. If we played Stoneforge Infect, we've not. It's been a while since we played Infect, actually. I don't think we've played Infect with 3 mana Teferi since that idea popped up. Nassif is the second at the moment. I did see they added a fetch land. I like that. So that fetch land is interesting from a couple perspectives. The first, I'm not sure if people have really thought about this, the fact that the fixing for every color combination in Standard is that same card actually makes Standard a lot more accessible, right? Because it means in order to have good mana for every color combination in Standard, you only need the 10 shock lands plus four of those, right? It's not 10 shocks plus 10 checks, right? Like, they cut the amount of rare lands you need in half, basically, to play multiple decks, which is a big deal in terms of the arena economy. It's also kind of funny when you think about it that a decision like that that's good for the arena economy is the opposite for MTG Finance and Paper. So having one land that goes into basically every deck in Paper means that playing Standard in Paper becomes more expensive then. That's true. We do have some scry still. Having more overlap between your good mana base is important, though, I think. That fetch land existing means that we'll have 12 decent duels effectively, though, for some 2-color combinations, though. And the 2-color combos that get 12 duels will be a lot more consistent than those without. Oh, I should technically play as Windswept Heath first to make them exile a card for this logic knot. Like Esper Charming. Sure. You talking about the one that scries? Yeah, the whole cycle of rare lands is good. All the monocolored rare lands seem great. So when Arena is not in a low hype point, at this current point in time, my Arena numbers tend to be somewhere between 10 and 25% higher than my Moto numbers. Around set releases, and like when people aren't just generically spent on the format, my Arena numbers tend to be 50 to 100% better than my Moto numbers. So yes, Arena in general has injected a lot more people into Magic on Twitch. Even at this historically low point for Standard, my standard numbers are still better than Modern on Magic Online. Do I play out a guy into a sweeper next turn? Yeah, I think so. Just like put another dork into play. Playing another dork out's better against a piece of spot removal or a planeswalker. And like, if they sweep the board and I draw a spirit, I like win the game on the spot. Just like, dork, get and go. The rare land cycle does not have a land type. Oh, you know what? This last shock, I should have actually fetched a green shock. So that way if I get in, I could have a Godless Shrine still in my deck to go get. That would be ideal. Hey, thanks, Ko. I appreciate it. Has anyone said how Magic Arena has effective Magic played in game stores? So, from my understanding, paper Magic is significantly up. All right, we got seven cards to draw that get in here. That was not one of them. Well, considering that this was their best play this turn, I definitely want to just redeploy Shadow here. First place was $5,000 on Tuesday. Are you dead yet? It added 50% to the standard turnout where I play. It's a big up. I just went and watched the semifinals attack you were talking about, and wow, it really shows how great. Yep. There were all of the single elimination matches had some, and the finals was a little lackluster. We got very lucky to win the finals. The quarters and the semis were good. The whole tournament is only a little over 2 hours for the video on YouTube, but if you don't want to watch all of it, rounds 4, 5, and then semifinals and quarterfinals had a lot of good decisions in them. That's awesome. I didn't think you needed to donate any of it because it was earned. Is there a reason I chose to? I mean, nobody's ever obligated to donate anything, right? That's why it's referred to as a donation. The reason why I donated a chunk of the money I won is because of what I said in the post. I think when people are fortunate, they should share with other people. It's something that I frequently talk about when we get into political-based discussions on stream. And I believe in putting my money where my mouth is. All right, Esper gonna Esper, conceding with 5 cards in hand. That's peak Esper. Peak Esper, conceding with 5 cards in our hand. How are we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. We always do some Modern every morning on Magic Online. And we do some Arena Standard in the afternoons as well. As always, I'd love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my wonderful sponsors here really quick. The Vitamin String Quartet creates unique instrumental string arrangements of everything from Zelda to Zeppelin, and they would love to underscore your next gaming session. You can find them now on services such as Spotify and Apple Music. BCW Supplies, the only ones I trust to protect my physical trading cards, using code HOAGLANDIA at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on your purchases of sleeves, binders, deck box, all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there. Their Elite Guard 2 sleeves start at just $8 for 100 before my discount, so they're a great Great deal on a fantastic product. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help you turn your cards into other cards worked with other players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. And of course, the Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. You can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments. Unlike Grand Prix, they have streaming coverage at every single one of their tournaments. So you always find them casting at twitch.tv/NRG series when they have events going on. Still waiting for the match to pop, so enjoy the Vegetable Man.
Don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoagland Dia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
Still waiting for the match to pop. Oh, Moto. The island you're referring to is just the Scry 2 one, right? It's not technically an island. Yeah, the Elite Guard 2s are really good. The Elite Guard 1s were a fine product. They were an acceptable sleeve. Especially for the price, they were an acceptable sleeve. The Elite Guard 2s are just a genuinely good product. And they're fantastic for the price, too. Like Dragon Shields and other products at a minimum are usually $10 for 100. And these are as good, if not better, than those sleeves for a lower price point. Who is the Veggie Man? Random person on Fiverr. Oh, do you think turn 4 Geddon's gonna be good against the land deck? What do we think about turn 4 Geddon against this opponent? So one of the things that's really nice, Jinxed, is the BCW sleeves. You can get the front of them as matted or glossy. So they come in whichever front you prefer. Wait, Fetchland Overgrown Tomb? I'm so confused right now. All right, maybe Geddon's not about to be good. Maybe Geddon's not about to be good. This Batterskull's about to be great, though. Yeah, Colony Garden and Greed Stompy is a weird choice. I guess it's an extra creature you could put like Rankers and stuff on. Are they like a green devotion deck? They might just be like a green devotion deck. This is Yawgmoth.deck. Oh, because they can put minus counters to get rid of the Undying counter, right? That's the ticket. That's kind of sweet. They're playing Garden to be able to sacrifice. Am I getting this turn? I know I'm asking Twitch chat that, so Twitch chat's answer is yes, I'm definitely getting this turn. Oh, it does kill the germ. That's so awkward. That's so awkward. I should have gotten Sword, I think. God. We're going to be doing standard after this league. I can't be stopped. Had some of the, both the modern leagues ran a little bit long this morning, so I'm just finishing up the second one. I don't know if that was the right play, but it's the sweet play, so go. Hey, look, it's Magic if Magic was Hearthstone and we didn't have lands. And Geralt's Messenger, yep. We have ended up in the Strangleroot case bracket. I'm so used to watching your YouTube channel, I just tried to close your ad banner and realized I was watching you live and I'm not a smart man. To be fair, you can't close the ad banner on YouTube either, right? It's on the overlay. All right, let's push this off a cliff so that way they can't get to this Yawgmoth. At least for a turn. Oh, YouTube ads pop up in the corner from time to time. That makes sense. Thanks, Socio Penguin. Sacrifice a creature, put on one counter. I think I do this and just like keep hammering them in the air, right? Every time I hit them, their health total gets lower. That makes Yawgmoth worse. Sarah Medic, thank you for that Prime support. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday wherever you are. Eldritch Evolution. I think we're being out memed, chat. I think that's lethal, right? So they sack this, they put a counter on, they get rid of the Strangleroot Geist, then they sack the Strangleroot Geist and take the counter off Geralt's Messenger. That's super hot. And before anybody asks, their deck is an acceptable submission. Before anybody asks, yes, their deck is an acceptable submission. I'll even build it. I'll build it myself. Hey, well, welcome to a live one, Medic. I appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. Good to have you here. Do we have a match win? Yes. Yes, we bested Esper Control. Just use some of the Twitch Rivals money and donate to yourself. Nah, I don't want it that bad. I'm putting my own dealer's choice points into Saheeli decks when they come up. Plague Engineer stops their combo. Kinda. They have multiple Undying creatures, right? Like, they have Geist, but they also have Wolf. And, like, those have different creature types. So you're right, it kind of stops the combo with one of them, but not the other. What's going on, Hermia Horse? So, for people that aren't familiar what my opponent's doing with their Undying creatures, I'd encourage you to look up the card, the Yawgmoth, whatever his name is, out of the Horizon set that was printed recently. Speaking of great ways to add decks to the queue, the Popcorn promo is going to be running for the next few weeks. So if you are interested in getting a treat and supporting my son's Cub Scout pack, in addition to adding a deck to the queue, any dollary dues you spend at that Popcorn link using Jake's code, you can use to add or bump a deck to the queue. Sounds good, G-Goat. Your kid's gonna crush the popcorn contest. Yeah, maybe. The power of the internet is wonderful. We getting twice? I believe we've getting twice. Have we lost both games where we've getting? I think we're 0-2 in games where we destroyed all the lands. Am I misremembering, chat? I feel like we're 0-2 in games where we've destroyed all the lands. Working as intended? Question mark. Have we won any games? We are 1-2 in this league. Thank you very much. We've won entire matches. Morning, dude. What if this is like erect Sage to kill the rest in peace? After you purchase Popcorn to get credit and add something to the deck queue, just email me or DM me on Discord a picture with your receipt on how much you spent and what your order confirmation is and how you would like it applied to the deck queue. Now, I'll get it taken care of. Wall of Roots. Wall of Roots. The meme part of our deck. So, when we put the Kirin Spirit into play, and then we cast this for 0, it destroys all the lands. So this card is technically bugged, yes. Rather than discard it, let's play a 2/2. For those not familiar, they broke Wall of Roots in January of 2016 on Magic Online, and it's remained broken since. It's functional in a lot of situations, but not all of them. All right, we finally got some 3/3s. Got a Yawgmoth here. Hey, thanks, Blue, and thanks for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Messenger, sure. Oh, filter lands. Okay. Does that kill us? I think the path means we're alive. So, like, in response to the Geralt's Messenger undying, we path the Yawgmoth. I think, but if they also just don't blink, I'm not sure we can win. Now, I think just doing nothing there is pretty correct on their part. They don't have a reason to blink, right? Like, they're not in any danger of killing them. And they can, like, cycle all these bad creatures away that they have. Yeah, and there's a second Geralt's Messenger, so we're now dead. Because if I go to kill it in response, they just do it again. Which this is why it's super right for them to wait, right? Because they just like find another messenger and they get us. Yeah, so he doesn't have infinite drain, but he can drain. They drain us 2 for every 2 they drain, and they draw cards. So they have more life than us, so we're dead. So how for people that don't see how this works, this card lets them pay a life to sack a creature and put a minus counter on something. So what they'll do is they'll pay a life and sacrifice Geralt's Messenger, which has a mechanic called Undying, which means it comes back into play after it dies with a +1/+1 counter, and it'll make me lose 2 life. Then what they do is they sacrifice this other Undying creature to put a minus counter on their Geralt's Messenger, and +1 counters and -1 counters cancel each other out. So then this comes back with a 1/1 counter, and this no longer has a +1 on it. Then they sacrifice this to remove the counter from this, and this comes back and drains us for 2 again. So they gotta go back and forth, sacrificing alternating Undying creatures, paying 2 life to draw 2 cards and drain us for 2. Yeah, their deck seems very neat. You can play a variety of disruption with it. It's 2 colors. It's 2 colors at its core. Yeah, like, it would be sick with Birthing Pod. You're not wrong, Burgle. This would be a sweet shell to start with for Pod. All right, I'm gonna call that it for this league. This deck is, it's cute more than good. We actually lost every match. We managed to blow up all the lands. So again, our goal was we play this on 0, it kills all the lands, etc. These are my last bits, and I'm not at a computer and refuse to pay the mobile premium, and it seems wrong. I promise I still read your messages, even if they don't come with bits, Beetle. I appreciate you. So, yeah. All right, we're going to roll on into some standard here for the second segment of today, as always. Let's get that loaded up. Marty sent me an updated variation of vampires, so I gotta load that in. So I had an older list loaded in last night. I imagine that people who fearmonger around Birthing Pod being too good are going to end up on the wrong side of Modern's history, just like people who fearmongered that Stoneforge Mystic was too good. Neither of the cards are good. The bits are a stupid text that I put on myself. I don't feel bad for not proofreading. God bless. Dear Arena, please default to using my full art basics, my borderless basics. Signed, everyone. Fabled Passage is likely going to be a very expensive card the entirety it's in Standard. If you plan on playing Paper Standard and you plan on playing more than two or more color decks, I'd recommend picking up copies of it. Your Armageddon bounties, thank you, Squid Squad. I appreciate it.